Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Mikey, hey, Steve.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Rodgers. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Clock keeps moving.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 12, Rodgers throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. And sometimes the execution...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal. Now here's Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Steps away to his left.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a complete
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And down he'll go at the 25.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Packers at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Thielen, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Ready.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Broncos' 18-yard line. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Singletary again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Again, it'll be Singletary. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he missed it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Touchdown, Broncos.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Things for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff,
touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Slide for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Broncos 34, Packers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out.
And now here is another interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Complete to Terrence Marshall. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Ready up.
They're going to try and throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got it with the 15.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Paris Campbell, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to at least get one score back.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? It's kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things. That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Broncos. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to 60, back to 60, back to 60.
2nd and 3. And my goodness, another interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now,
They are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Sly set to boot it. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18 target. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's another Green Bay Packers.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run again, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now a give here to Pollard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Well, fans usually love to see...